As a sales agent, we get paid based on policies that get issued, and if a policy does not get issued, we do not simply get paid. Welcome to the Final Expense Sales Academy, the hub for mastering the art of final expense life insurance sales. If you're looking to become a pro in the final expense industry, you're in the right place. My name is Kyle Williams, and I'm your host to go through the ins and outs of the final expense business, from tips to tricks to industry insights. We cover everything you need to close deals with confidence, provide true value to your clients, and become a better insurance agent. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get started on elevating your sales game one video at a time. Hey guys, in this episode, we're going to talk about why applying for the correct plan and the correct tobacco status is crucial in final expense life insurance sales. As a sales agent, we get paid based on policies that get issued, and if a policy does not get issued, we do not simply get paid. We also oftentimes get paid better on policies that are issued as a level policy versus a graded policy. Sometimes that leads agents to apply for incorrect plans and incorrect tobacco statuses, so that way we can get the policies issued and gets us paid. This is something that should not be done and should be avoided at all costs because it affects you and the insured adversely. I personally cannot tell you how many times I've ran across a policy in the field to review it and discover that either their tobacco status or their plan was applied for incorrectly by the prior agent who came by to see them. Once I review that policy with them and show them the issues with the policy and inform them on the contestability clause that if they were to pass away in the first 2 years that the policy would not pay, they become very upset at the agent who came by to see them, and they're very disgruntled at the policy that they have at hand. So let me say something about this. This should never be done, and this appears to be an epidemic problem, either a lack of training or bad training by managers. This should simply be stopped. Let me say this very clearly. They should be approved for the plan that they should be placed in based off of their health conditions and the tobacco status. Because if you don't do it correctly, this can adversely affect you and the insured, and it puts you in a bad position. If you do not apply for them the right plan or tobacco status, they're essentially into a 2-year waiting period on that policy. It's not going to pay. So let me provide some context to why that is. In every insurance policy, there's what they call a contestability clause with every insurance company. And simply what that means is if the insured passes away in the first 2 years of the policy, the insurance company has the right to contest the claim to make sure that everything was done correctly. So what they're going to do is they're going to pull all that insured's medical records from all their physicians, review them, and make sure there was not a misstatement made on the health questions or the tobacco status to ensure that the policy should have been issued in the first place. If they discover that something was marked incorrectly, they have the right to rescind that policy as if it never existed, refund all the premiums back to the insured's family, and they will charge you back all the commissions that you earned on that policy. Now tell me how that's a win-win situation for you and the insured. It's not. Nobody benefits from that situation. And it makes you and the insurance company look bad. And this can also lead to complaints with the Department of Insurance for you if you did something pretty fraudulent. So be very careful of what you're doing there. This is exactly why you do not do that if you're applying for the policy, and especially if you're replacing a policy. This certainly should not happen. So if you're trying to sell a policy and you're trying to make a quick buck and you're writing them incorrectly, you have all the wrong reasons of being in the insurance business. You're a very selfish reason, and you are the problem for the insurance business. Most agents are good out there, but we can only correct so many mistakes. We're not going to be able to correct every one of them. So we just can't fix it before it's too late. So as we wrap up, be sure to apply for the plan that they should be applied for based off the health conditions that are on the application. If you are unsure call your manager while you're in the house to make sure that you do. And if you cannot get a hold of them or they're not very helpful, you can always call the insurance company for a risk assessment to make sure that they're going to qualify for the best plan. You can always review your underwriting guidelines for each carrier to make sure that that insured fits in the box to your best known ability. Now, we're not all physicians here, and we don't know everything about it. It takes time to learn this stuff, but the more you dive in and learn, the faster that you'll be able to pick it up and the more you'll be able to know. So if you have any questions, comment below. If you receive something valuable here, share it with your friends, share it on social media, and be sure to subscribe so that way you catch our latest content, and we'll see you in the next episode.